Welcome, guys. The news is that ICONOMI has opened a fiat OTC gateway. So what that means is that individuals can now be able to purchase their digital asset arrays over the counter with fiat, and that is driving crypto to the moon, because to open that, it's really a big one. And there is a news that 1 out of 3 wealthy people wants to invest in crypto, according to a report. As like the clickbaity title suggests, 1 out of the largest financial consulting firms, the very group, recently published that according to a global survey, 35% of high net worth individuals are interested in investing in crypto. The survey was taken by 600 clients of the very group from across the globe, from countries like the US, Hong Kong, Australia, UAE, Germany, etc. And they discovered that 1 out of 3 persons wants to invest in crypto. How would they invest in crypto? There are many ways you could invest in crypto. We have platforms like ICONOMI. You don't want to go through ICONOMI. We have venture capital funds. We have blockchain incubators like Binance Labs, Coinbase Ventures, Waves Labs. There are tons of them. I covered them in my channel. I'll put the link above so you can actually see. And there is a news that Dash wants to take on PayPal. So how would they do that? They have partnered with rewards.com, and with rewards.com, they want to take on this. Let me read this to you. It was a way for mainstream people to start dipping their toe into cryptocurrency. The scheme advised some of the biggest hurdles to getting people involved in cryptocurrency, like confusing exchange and unclear payment. Right now, today, we are still far away from mainstream adoption. This plan will help change that by allowing rewards.com users in the sign up and get savings and cashback from more than 7,000 merchants, including Macy's, Nike, Neymar, Marcos, Walmart, Samsung, and all that. So if this rewards.com is a very big platform, talking about 7,000 merchants, project that like this that can actually bring crypto to mass adoption should be embraced. You can see here, non-end dash digital cash for every purchase. So for every purchase, you are getting a cash back, and not in cash, but in Dash. Great one. And then there is the news that Bittrex is actually trying to partner with some banks in the US that will allow some persons in some states in the US to actually purchase crypto with their dollar. Doing that, crypto is going to go to big adoption. So they're going to I think they will be taking on platforms like Coinbase and other platforms. As you can see, what there is a news that Ripple to stake on BTC. There is a news that Ripple is going to take on BTC by decoupling. What the founder of Ripple said that Bitcoin, once a Bitcoin goes up, every cryptocurrency will go up. Once Bitcoin comes down, every cryptocurrency is going to come down. And what they are saying is that very soon they will decouple many of these altcoins from Bitcoin. And let's see what that could actually be, what it could mean for crypto. And then moving on, here are some of the crypto events that will be happening with the NEO. Some of that we have June 6th, NEO Smart Contract Python workshop in Tel Aviv. 9th, you have the NEO Blockchain Challenge in China. 14th, we have a new workshop hosted by KMP and Block Lab. They have a meetup in London, the challenge in London Station, then in Geneva. And then there is a big news that is actually going on. There is a lawsuit now that is suing cryptocurrency exchange in Japan over withheld forked coins. Now, many people are beginning to treat, you know, I said it last time that people could actually say, okay, take your crypto, have your own hardware wallet, don't leave it in the exchange and all that. But I think all that is about to change. Considering the fact that we have things like a man who lost 500 million when he died. Billionaire who died unexpectedly lost such an amount of money because he's the only one who has the access to the private keys and all that. I think everything's about to change. Unlike those days where an exchange could just come up and say, well, we hacked and all that. No, those things are beginning to change. If you get hacked now, that is not the fault of the cryptocurrency of the cryptocurrency users. You are going to pay. So they're bringing regulations now. They're bringing regulations. So if you are trying to operate anything that has to do with crypto, you are trying to do ICO'S, even you are trying to buy crypto, even though you are trying to anything you're trying to do, incorporate crypto into your business, you have to follow regulations. The earlier thought, oh, we don't want to follow regulations and we want to be on our own. That is gradually phasing out. Many projects are seeking to be legally compliant where possible, and you can see many cryptocurrency exchange moving. Like you have BitBay. BitBay just announced that they are moving to Malta. And then you can see Binance saying, okay, we want to move to this country. I see many exchanges moving. Regulation is something that projects are actually looking into very, very, very serious. So what they are saying is that Bitcoin, for example, has had, I think, 70 forks. What they're saying are forked 70 times. And so according to fork, there have been 110 forked coins. And this cryptocurrency exchange are not giving their customers the forked coins. And they are saying now they want to sue them. Let's see how this goes. And then crypto is going to adoption. Now there are in many countries. I have Japan, Thailand, South Korea, and even some universities. Like I think in Dubai, there is a course in blockchain. There was this. I think there was a news I came across where a university pulled something and said, "Would you like to have your grant or something like? Is it $3,000 worth grant in BTC or fiat?" And the student said, "No, give us in Bitcoin." So this is something that's actually going on. There have been crypto learning centers and courses that teach about Bitcoin and blockchain, consensus mechanisms, crypto assets, this and that. So it's actually rising across many countries now. There is the education. They're actually educating people on what is blockchain and all this stuff. Even universities. Let's read this and get an overview. Like in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan no Magudushi Bitcoin window started offering information on cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrency exchange, and the latest news in the space. The shop is directly accepting reservations from customers seeking guidance. And then you have Thailand. The Thai FinTech Association has launched Crypto Asset Revolution course in collaboration with Icora Company Limited. According to Nation, the course will provide participants with a complete understanding and knowledge about investing in crypto assets and initial coin offerings. The course is going to run from June 12th to August 14th, and it will cost $5,755. Then you have in South Korea. In South Korea, the Center University has launched a cryptocurrency course. Has launched an introductory course on cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. The 9-week course runs every Monday between June 11th and August 6th. A total of 70 students will be admitted on the first come first serve basis. The university website details. So that is a very, very good one. Universities, government associations, companies trying to educate people to make them aware of blockchain, that this thing is not just a hype, and there is plenty of stuffs under the pipeline coming. And then there is a big news that is actually going on now. We have ICOs have raised over over $9 billion in 2018 alone. This is the 6th month, and this is the 3rd day. This is 3rd June, and ICOs have raised $9 billion, over $9 billion. So the question is, last year how much was raised? I think $4 or $5 billion. Okay, what has been done? We don't know. And now projects are just raising money. We're not seeing what is being done. So what are we? We're in a bubble. Are ICOs going away? No. ICOs are not going away. What should you do? Become an intelligent investor. Simple. Have your metrics of investing. There are many scandals, like some projects, stolen identity, plagiarized white papers on sustainable business model, unsustainable profit claims, the security of platforms, weak team, no MVP, no go-to-market strategy, things like no accountability for the ICO, no accountability for after the ICO. People just raise money and they start driving Lambo, and you see projects raising billions of dollars and they don't have a product. You consider many things, and you're like, what should you do? What you should do is you should become an intelligent investor. It's simple. It's fucking basic. Be an intelligent investor. Simple. And then there is a news that Asus has unveiled a motherboard that can power 20 GPUs for cryptocurrency mining, and they will be selling that for, I think, for $400, if I'm not mistaken. And then BitcoinCash already know that you cannot have a cryptocurrency or a blockchain system that is not powered by money, even though people will have different ambitions. Okay, let's say for example someone knows programming, right, and wants to build stuff on the Bitcoin network. You don't want to come there and be begging for funds, like, hey, you don't want to go to GoFundMe and say, I have this vision, I want to build on the blockchain system. No, you want to build it because you want to quit your job. So there are some projects that, or maybe you want to be working on this by the wayside, but there are things that need money, right? So even though people have the minds to do things for the ecosystem, there has to be a fund. That is what the third generation of blockchains are seeking to do. How do we take, let's say, a percentage of the transaction fees instead of everything going to the miners? Let's take a percentage of the transaction fees and we start putting it in a vote or a safe, where through smart contracts we can be releasing that money for the accomplishment of projects. That is one of the things, because you see many blockchains, everything is just going to the miners, and you can see Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is not ready for world adoption as it stands. Though they are working on it, there are many conflicts, and the good thing is that you can actually fuck up the Bitcoin system if you have the power to or the ecosystem or the finance or the people to push you. Because you have Bitcoin private, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin Red, Bitcoin Y, Bitcoin Z, Bitcoin B, and all that. So you are seeking to build a Bitcoin Cash fund, so you can submit your idea, and there's a possibility of you getting a fund. And then Consensus just published an article called "The State of the Ethereum Network," where they highlighted that Ethereum so far since in its inception has been able to produce 240 million transactions so far. And that is much. In the period of from 2015, when they started developing and stuff, 2016, 2017, and now 2018, 240 million transactions since inception. Then talking about Ethereum has actually been able to process there have been 35 million transactions that's been on the Ethereum network. That is a very big claim, and it shows that there's a really big progress when it comes to Ethereum. And then you have the Ethereum Alliance that will help 4,500 companies and other companies to build systems that can use the Ethereum system. And then you have platforms like Consensus that help with the funding of Ethereum based projects. And this is Consensus. I think there are 50 apps that are currently running on the projects that Consensus has been able to incubate. Talking about Genesis, Viant, Grid Plus, AirSwap. These are top projects. Omega One, Bountings Network, Phantom. Which other projects? We have Trustology, Gitcoin, Pangea. You have Diligence, Consensus Labs, Blockchain for Social Impact, Token Foundry Solutions, Consensus Media, Consensus Academy, Consensus Ventures, MetaMask, Uport, Alerta, TruthWork, Kaleido, and Ethereum is a force. Ethereum is a force, and many projects are saying, beginning to see that when you have a project, you should build an ecosystem that will help with the vetting of projects, supporting of projects. You have Ethereum projects that are running on it. You have platforms like 0S protocol and many other protocols. Let's move on to the news. So there is a news with Tokenpay. So Tokenpay, they are seeking to bring adoption of crypto to the people. They've acquired a banking license according to their claims. But I'm very skeptical these days after the Thailand blockchain incident. I'm really very skeptical when it comes to ICOs and ICO investigating. Because if you really look at ICOs investigating most times, LinkedIn is not enough. Online stuff is not enough. We really need to, I think there has to be mechanisms where claims, whether they are LinkedIn, Twitter claims, partnership, they have to be verified. Because most of the times, we have partnership with XYZ company, and those partnerships are not really verified. So Tokenpay is actually pushing a lot when it comes to adoption. They recently partnered with a 10-year-old beauty company that does 10 million transactions, $10 million transactions. You can buy Amazon gift card with Stipe. And there are other integrations when it comes to Tipe. So Tipe, Tokenpay is actually pushing it. Also, Dash is another crypto project that is pushing the limits. And then we have a Sequoia capital partner, Martin Hung, is leaving Sequoia capital and partnering with Fred Ehrsam to form a blockchain investment fund that will be helping to fund blockchain projects. So that is a very good news to Sequoia Capital, a very successful company. And then you have Coinbase, another successful company, coming together to fund crypto projects. It's really big news. I think the market is going to I think I'm seeing something like a bull run. I don't want to give predictions, but I feel very positive that maybe the next 1 week, market, there's going to be a run. I'm not saying there will be a run, but I think in a few weeks, there will be a run. So that is an update on what is going on in the state of crypto so far. Do have a very good day, guys. Bye.